Hello and welcome to the Third and Long podcast on Super Bowl week. And it's just Ollie today, and I am with my great co-host Ollie. How are you this fine evening?
I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. How are you, Suze? You recovered from Berlin? Or are you still
Uh,
dying slowly?
I'm good. I'm just a bit tired. I'm sure one more good night's sleep will sort everything out.
Always the way, mate. Normally is.
But
Oh,
I'm sad I missed most of Thursday's podcast.
you came in on the important part. I think. Can't remember it now. I've slept since then.
Anyway, the Pro Bowls happened, the Senior Bowls happened. There's only one game left of the season, and
There
it's
is.
the big one.
Although everyone still likes to cause trouble. And there's still so much news going on at the moment. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yes,
Why that at the bottom of the screen now?
the coach carousel is still spinning.
It is still
The
spinning.
great thing is, as soon as the coach carousel stops spinning, the QB carousel will start to spin again.
Yeah, most definitely. I think we need to change the word spinning because I think that's probably what's happening to Alvin Kamara at the moment. Arrested for assault and battery or something like that, isn't it? Which according
Assault
to
and battery, which resulted in substantial bodily
bodily
harm.
harm. What is it with Las Vegas and footballers?
As soon as I saw Vegas, I thought, not another Raider, please.
You got I'm going to praise Max Crosby because the lad's superstar. He was absolutely brilliant yesterday, but 2 years ago he was in rehab and now he's in the Pro Bowl.
I have issues with Max Crosby.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a
Just because
bit.
he made the All Pro ahead of Nick Bosa, even though Nick Bosa's stats are so much better. And there are a load of Raider fans like John trying to claim that Max Crosby's better than Nick Bosa. It's like, look at the stats, and Bosa's played one less season.
Oh, mate, you're always gonna have the Bosa love, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, but I didn't vote for him on Defensive Player of the Year.
He hasn't won any. He hasn't won any of the. Well, he's not winning any of the awards at the moment. Just
But
putting that out
I don't think he will win an award.
there. No, I don't
But
think he will.
that doesn't mean he's had a bad season.
No, it doesn't. I mean, just because you didn't get to the Pro Bowl doesn't mean you had a bad season. I
Nick
saw
Bosa
something
did.
saying,
Bosa made it to the Pro Bowl, just didn't play due to an injury.
did he not
He didn't.
play?
He didn't make All Pro.
Fair enough. So obviously Alvin Kamara's got himself in trouble. The
Yes.
Saints are spiraling out of control. I need to put that away because I'll keep playing with it.
Well, not really. They've just had Alvin Kamara and Sean Payton.
But they've got no Drew Brees. They're probably going to lose Michael Thomas in the off-season. They've got an okay to good defense down there. That's pretty much it. They're going to be on a major rebuild because they've got a major cap issue down there as well. They're like what 65 billion over on the cap.
Yeah, but I
They're
mean,
they're going to struggle so much.
they had a decent season this season. They did almost pip the Niners to that place, and
They did.
it took a miraculous comeback in the second half at SoFi Stadium.
Oh yes. My kids are
I mean,
making an awful lot of noise upstairs.
it surprised me how many votes Debo Samuel have had on our socials for offensive player of the year. I thought Cup was going to win that by far.
Yeah, but you say that, but as a lot of people have said, he is the Swiss Army knife of your offense.
He did basically single handedly drag us to the
Yeah,
conference final. But then
that was
again,
definitely
Cup
it.
single handedly dropped the Rams to the Super Bowl. So
I'm going to start with something very controversial here. So ever since Brian Flores announced or decided to sue the law to the NFL and three teams for racial practice and bad interview techniques, etc., and poor hiring, blah blah blah, whatever it is, we've all seen it all. We've had two players. One very much definitely is black in Lovie Smith for the Texans, and Mike McDaniel, your offensive coordinator,
yes, offensive coordinator.
who classes himself as black because his dad is black, suddenly being hired as offensive or head coaches.
Are you
Is this?
suggested certain people got on the phone?
I'm suggesting certain people got on the phone. Roger Goodall put something out saying things that need to change, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden, TP. I mean, Terrell Austin. Okay, he's been promoted by the Steelers, but he's now in a DC role. You know, the former Raiders interim head coach, who I can't pronounce his
Which
name,
Bisaccia?
is now the special teams coordinator at Green Bay. So perhaps something is. Brian Flores has got that change that he wanted
I was
without
about to
actually.
say, is that what Flores wanted, the change, rather than whatever he's suing? What is he suing for money?
I actually don't know what he's suing for. Actually, nothing like that's come out. It is just literally he's suing the NFL Giants. Well, you can understand why they decided to sue the Giants because they've offered the job to someone else before he's been interviewed. I think that's over here. That is against the law. I don't know if it is in America. Could be a completely different practice. But yeah, it doesn't make sense how it's just suddenly like that, like Thanos' fingers clicking, when it's all changed. It doesn't make sense. I mean,
Except there's no blip.
No, there's no blip. Lovie Smith's been a head coach before at Bucks and the Bears.
He's got a great beard.
Oh, he's got a brilliant beard.
He's
It
like
is absolute awesome beard.
he's like a black Santa.
I did say that. John's put wasn't realised before. He should have snapped him up. Yeah, he was Patriots DC. John.
He won how many Super Bowls did he win with you?
2 or 3. I can't remember exactly when he came in.
Yeah, I mean it's not like Flores is
He ran the offense in 2018 or defense.
the offense or the defense.
Defense in 2018 when we stopped the Rams for like less than 200 yards for the game for the Super Bowl. Yeah, he will be snapped up somewhere. I reckon he'll end up in the Saints because I think that's the kind of job they need down there. I reckon.
If the Niners lost to Miko Ryan, I would have wanted Flores, but luckily Ryan's staying.
Oh, yeah. What is Mike McDaniel, not McDaniels, as they were saying on Good Morning Football as well today? What is he like as an OC?
Well, this was his first season as an OC.
Well, you got you to the postseason, so you can't complain about that.
I mean, I think he was very vital in our running game.
Yep.
Which is big. However, I think we hired Anthony Lynn as an assistant head coach 3 days ago.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if he became our new OC.
I don't get this assistant head coach role.
Me either, really.
Because
isn't that what the coordinators are?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because that's what Lovie Smith's come as. He's a or DC and assistant head coach, unless they're just trying to fancy the words up to make it look like, I don't know, but it's a bit strange, that one.
Really, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Anthony Lynn becomes our new OC.
He's got experience,
and I feel like a backfield of Debo, Elijah Mitchell, Jeff Wilson Jr., and potentially Mostert run by Anthony Lynn could be very interesting, and Trey Lance, of course.
Most definitely. What do you make of Doug Peterson going to the Jags?
I think it's good they've got a QB, an ex-QB, as a mentor for their current golden boy.
A Super Bowl winning QB who won the Super Bowl in '97 for the Green Bay Packers against the New England Patriots.
Did he actually win the Super Bowl, or was he behind Brett Favre?
He was behind Brett Favre, obviously. But he's got a Super Bowl.
That's like saying the only person that's got multiple Super Bowl rings at the moment in the NFL. Do you know who it is? Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah. Assuming Gronk's retired. Actually, I think that might be quarterbacks.
Quarterback, yeah, he's the only quarterback in the NFL with multiple rings.
But did he play a snap in either of those Super Bowls? No.
No. Yeah,
there was a certain Mr. Brady playing.
I don't know.
Have you heard of this guy, Tom Brady?
No, I have no idea. I mean, I
No,
heard he's quite good. I've heard he's quite a good player. He's got a
it doesn't
good
really ring a
future in
bell,
him.
does it?
Apparently, he's got a good future.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I mean, pick 199. I mean, come on.
yeah.
What's he gonna do in the league?
Probably a lot more than one other 199s ever will do. Although I was watching, I think it's Inside the Huddle. It's got I think it's Inside the Huddle.
You love that show.
And they were rating. Well, it was with Jules and a couple of other players. I can't think of their names now. And they rated the rookies. It was mainly the top. It was Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Jamar Chase, Mac. Who the hell was the other one?
Mitchell?
No, it's five.
Harris?
First rounders.
Waddle?
No. Can't think of the other ones. But so they gave Trevor Lawrence a C- because awful situation he's in. They gave Wilson a D, which is fair enough. They were saying his accuracy is not there. You know, he's got all the Hollywood throws, but he's got no accuracy. They gave Jamar Chase an A+ or A++.
Yeah.
They gave Mac a B, and I can't remember. They gave the other one a C, and I can't remember his name, and it's going to really bug me now.
Who's had not a great season?
It wasn't Fields.
Won't be Lance, will it?
No, it was anyway. Doesn't matter, really. But I'm just saying, the rookies have had a tough year, but they've done all right. Okay, Jamar Chase is an exception to the rule, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Probably Najee Harris.
I mean,
as well.
Waddle's played well too.
Waddle's gone like that. You know, the QBs have had it a bit more tricky. Mac had that literally did hit the rookie wall later than all the rest.
I mean, Mac did well in the skill showdown-ish.
He did. He won one of them.
He
Can't complain about that.
He got destroyed by Russell Wilson in another.
I think Russell Wilson destroys all of them.
Yeah, well, he's got more than the rest put together, didn't he?
Yes.
I think he nearly trebled what the others got put together.
Shall we move on to the Pro Bowl as we started it?
I mean, it was a bit of a snooze fest this year.
It was. I mean, the Pro Bowl's always like that.
I mean, as I said, my sister, when we were watching not the game but the highlights, said it looked like they'd picked a load of random American celebrities to do a charity football game.
They did do a charity football match. I mean, it was good. I mean, the skills matchup's always good. We've got some of them here.
The skill showdown's fun, but the game was just boring.
Definitely. We'll start with let's start with the race.
Oh, a slow start for the fastest man in the world. And I think Micah without the shirt won.
Kyrie didn't even get down in the stands. Oh, he will never hear the end of this.
Wow. Could not have seen that coming.
He went right to Chubb, too. He made that personal.
I love how Tyreek Hill limps afterwards as if he's injured.
Tyreek Hill never got going. It's just, I'm just going to take it nice and easy. I know I'm the quickest guy in the NFL anyway.
I feel like Tyreek, yeah, but before they were like, so you're the quickest person in the NFL, Tyreek. I'm the quickest person in the world. It's like, no, you're not.
Tyreek Hill was within 1/10 of qualifying for the Olympics before he went to the NFL at the 200 meters. He is quick.
He is quick, but I feel like he was being a bit too complacent.
He wasn't trying, was he? Not in a million years.
Micah Parsons and Nick Chubb both got down in a proper red on your marks, get set, go stance.
Yeah.
Tyreek's just standing there.
Like he was about to run the marathon. I'm just going to go like that. Make it look like
I think Tyreek had a bad start and then gave up.
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't load up a couple of videos, which is a bit of a stupid thing to do, but I do like this. We need to see this in the NFL. Not the actual full Hanare, but the matchup.
No. You got it. Look at he tried to quick jam him and then grabbed him down the field.
How many times they do that in the backyard growing up? A couple million.
A bit of digs on digs there. We love a bit of digs on digs, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I like the one where the fact that Trayvon Diggs was playing wide receiver and Stephon Diggs was playing quarterback, a bit of a role reversal situation.
Yeah, they did it for a couple of snaps as well.
Yeah.
And it was like, he actually went, well, it shows that he went for him, but he did actually throw for it. But in the game, that would have been, yeah, throws a flag. But, I think there was one flag, I think, for something stupid. For a couple of false starts, that was about it. It's
Don't forget the Mac Jones flag.
What, for running the whole length of the field?
Do we have that play?
Yeah, it's part of the Pro Bowl game one. But there's one thing I forgot to add to the thing is Stephon Diggs jumping through the table.
Oh, I love that. In the skill showdown.
With
the Trayvon Diggs shirt on.
But have you seen Trayvon Diggs catch?
Which one?
The one with the forward flip.
Oh, yeah. I was watching the skill showdown just before this, actually.
It was really good. Dodgeball was good. Jefferson's catch in dodgeball.
Oh, the one-handed one to win the game.
One-handed one up against his body is like, wow.
To win the game.
Yeah. I'm going to show a few little highlights for the game. Mac Jones's run is in that one, and I'm going to fire that now. I'll see you on the other side.
Basic means he's going to run down across the middle of the field.
Oh, Kyler intercepted. That's Darius Leonard of the Colts. Cuts back and dancing into the end zone. And the AFC on the board first with a defensive today they are 0 for 2. The AFC, will they give him the touchdown? And they will. Justin Herbert to Mark Andrews of the Ravens.
Back on Instagram to say congrats to the Bengals.
First and goal. Mac directing traffic, and it's
that's
caught.
nice.
Hunter Renfrow. Touchdown for the AFC. And that was a 95-yard drive based off the spot and choose that started from their own 5.
Mac Jones has made some nice plays in this drive. He's kind of picked up the tempo a little. That's as good as it gets right there as far as ball placement. Mac saying, look, you say I can't throw on the run, huh?
Here's Mac. That's some green in front of him. Now has it. Oh, where are they going to spot him? Mac's going to run right out of the stadium. Mac Jones.
Look at him doing the gritty.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, Mac Jones. I'd actually not seen that with the sound on yet. I didn't realize the whistle blew that early.
It should be right. Yeah, it's 2 touch, but it should be 2 touch. Right, you've got to stop them. Not. I've caught you. Off you go.
It's a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, at least make it look a bit more like you're trying. It's like the Mac Jones just ran past him. Ref just, I'm not going to look at you. I'm not going to look at you. I'm looking straight. But it shows that, the players are having fun. They've had fun the whole week doing it. There's all the laughs, jokes. They mess around with players from the other teams they don't normally get. They make friends with players from the other teams.
Here's what I say. I say the NFL is a sport. The Pro Bowl is entertainment.
Exactly. And how it should. That's how people see it.
Me currently, I don't get. Me personally, I don't get entertained by it.
I was about to say, who's Coney? I like it because you get to see the entertainment, the personalities. I really liked when we had lockdown and Formula 1 was put back 5 months.
That was fun.
And when you had
games.
and you saw the drivers' personalities. Like you had Lando on there, you had Russell on there, you had Alex Albon.
Leclerc was on it a bit, wasn't
he? Yeah, Leclerc's on it. Who had to get his missus had to join his Twitch account to get him to let him into his house. Monaco, which is quite funny. it showed their personalities along with the drivers, and it's brilliant where you get to see their personalities. You wouldn't see Mac Jones doing, I think it's called the griddy, in Foxborough, would you? With Belichick there. So, what are you doing?
I'd love to see Mac Jones do the griddy and just see what Belichick does.
Well, now not Josh McDaniels' his name, might be able to do some running. You might see him run a bit more.
And the last 5 years, John. And the last 5 years.
5 years on the bounce, which is a record.
I love how in that picture you had a lot of AFC touchdowns and not much of the NFC in that video.
I couldn't find any.
I mean,
Googled it all,
There was you didn't put Juice's touchdown in there.
That wasn't it. There isn't a video of that on there. Not I could see.
I've seen it on Twitter.
Okay then.
That's the only reason I know it happened.
Send it to me then.
That's the only reason I know it happened.
There's one thing.
I will just say one thing about Juszczyk is he tweeted after the game saying, at Tom Brady, Mike Evans threw my Pro Bowl touchdown ball into the stand. Do you have any Bitcoin spare?
Brilliant. I love that one. That's brilliant. Although Juszczyk's fumble or false catch did catch to landed JC Jackson's hand.
I thought it was funny that in the first quarter, all three of the interceptions were to Niners players. All three of the NFC interceptions were to Niners players.
Yeah. All 6 QBs had interception. One thing I won't get though is I thought Kyler Murray had 3 touchdowns. I thought he would have had MVP, not Justin Herbert, offensive MVP. I think personally, not 2.
Yeah, well, I like
a bit further.
I've only watched the highlights, and Justin Herbert looked pretty good in the highlights.
Yeah. Although the first snap that Kyler Murray did was a pick 6. Whoops. Max Crosby played like it was it was
trying.
It was actually trying, and so was Micah Parsons. Max Crosby actually did spook moves to try and get to the quarterback a couple of times.
Micah Parsons, the fastest player in the NFL.
Oh yeah, it's proof now.
Yeah,
he had it in that race. It's proof. I do like the fact that there was charities for it.
Yes.
If you had so many points, touchdown got you X amount, pick 6 got you some. Max Crosby played like he was at home. Yeah, you're right, Johnny did. I do like it. I saw something earlier that maybe they put it before the postseason games, but
Max Crosby did.
Yeah.
I think they like the 2-week break before the Super Bowl. I think that's what it is.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
And also, if it was just before the postseason games, more players wouldn't play.
No, agreed. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. That has started today. That's Super Bowl opening night tonight. I think it's 8:00 Eastern time.
Yeah, media night, isn't it? Yeah,
media night. Although Cincinnati have already started theirs because they don't fly over to LA till Wednesday. Monday they'll be a
Ollie,
bit late.
could we not get passes for media night?
No, unfortunately not. No, that'd have been brilliant, isn't it? Spending a week or 10 days in LA. Oh, that'd be awesome. Next year, mate. We'll go next year.
Where's the Super Bowl next year?
Arizona. It's Vegas the year after. It's Vegas the year after.
Yeah, but we're going to Vegas for the draft, so.
So before the Pro Bowl, there was the Senior Bowl.
So yeah, I've not seen any of this. I was in Berlin. I'll let you take
not
the
drinking. I've only watched bits of it myself. I mean,
here's what I know. Pickett looked very good. 6 for 6, 1 touchdown.
Pickett. I haven't seen any of Pickett yet.
I believe the punters played well, which is good because the Niners need a punter because I'm not happy with Mitch Wisnowski. I don't think he's good enough.
As Cincinnati approved, there's no harm in drafting a punter. Well, we drafted a punter, Jake Bailey.
Well, I mean, McPherson's a kicker rather than a punter.
Yeah, we drafted Bailey in 2019 in the 6th round. Here's a few of the highlights.
yards on the ground. He takes the break. Smith into the backfield. Played fake, and it's Ferguson to the 20, 15, 10. Ferguson to the end zone.
Touchdown, national team.
End zone from the 34. Malik Willis will step up, directing traffic. Now he's going to run.
That's a long way to go.
It is, but Malik Willis has wheels. Willis!
The quarterback Bailey Zappi checks in. Western Kentucky, and Pledger has room to run. TJ Pledger from Utah takes it across midfield to the 45-yard line.
Attempted tackle and making some people miss.
For a gain of 23, Zappi is going to let it go. Bailey Zappi to the 15. It's caught by Velus Jones, home in Mobile.
Bailey Zappi has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Working against Kobe Bryant, gets off the line, gets off press, that inside release, little nod to the inside.
What won the route was his ability to create a little bit of separation downfield. And
American trying to get on the board. Howell on the keeper. Sam Howell has a touchdown.
That's a big part of his game. They asked him to do a lot of that at North Carolina. You saw zone reads, you saw lead draw, you saw him scramble, make plays with his legs. That's an intriguing skill set once you get down here in the tight red zone.
nice to have a shortstop back there as well to handle hard hit ball in the hole that's about to bounce away from him. How about him scratching it out of the air and then kept it, and then there he is. You wanted likely involved there, DJ. Tight end, he got involved with a nice play.
Evening, Muzz.
Evening, Muzz.
You're
gonna answer Matty's question?
Rams or Bengals? Head says one and heart says the other.
You're gonna have to tune into our Super Bowl preview show on Sunday to find out that.
Predictions will be on Sunday along with MVP predictions.
I believe we're going to go live about 8:30, 9 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah, about 9 or something like that.
It'll just be a quick half an hour podcast, just a quick preview. But we'll still be here on Thursday too.
Catching up all of the media and stuff like that. Everyone seems to be going Bengals.
I think people letting their heart rule their head there.
Yeah, I'm that situation. One says my heart says Bengals, head says Rams.
That's where I am too.
So the QBs and that looked really good. Running back Ferguson looked really good. Fletcher, sorry, TJ Fletcher.
I'm not sure if you know this, but how is it like the Pac-12 versus the other one, or is it like pulled out of a hat, or what?
I don't know how it is either. I know there's a Pac-12. There was the something 10 as well was on each side, but I don't know how it's split up that way because I think Florida was on one side and the other Florida was on the other, which is a bit strange. But yeah, I mean, Sam Howell, he took his TD run really well considering his snap was up here.
Yeah,
and behind him, he took that well.
I mean, I've made no anything about how I've not been quiet about how much I like Sam Howell.
I liked how that wave rolled out of the pocket really well for his touchdown pass. That was a really nice pass.
Sam Howell will be in my mock draft. I'm going to say that now.
I don't think he's in mine.
Well, I've not finished mine yet. I barely started mine.
He might be. It might be in my. He's not in my first draft, although I have made a couple of changes before we go live. We're probably going to do that. Probably the Thursday or the first couple of Thursdays after our Super Bowl. All AFC fans are picking Bengals.
Well, I mean, I'd rather the Bengals win because I don't want the Rams to win.
See, I'd rather the Rams win than the Bengals winning. Surely it should be the way around, shouldn't it? You don't want someone from your own conference winning it.
Yeah, so that's why I want the Bengals.
That's why I want the Rams.
I don't want the Rams to win because I don't want them to win it in their home stadium.
Yeah, that'd be a bit boring if two teams do it on the bounce, wouldn't it, to be fair?
Yeah. Have you seen the meme going around saying that they're going to move them all to AT&T Stadium?
Yes. I have seen that one. That is actually quite funny. Do remember, guys, when we're talking about awards, because it is award night on Thursday for the NFL. Please carry on voting for ours. There is coach, comeback, rookie, offensive player, defensive player up already. MVP will be all up on
our
ours.
Facebooks. On Facebook.
MVP will be going tomorrow. It's Brady, Rogers, Cup, and TJ for MVP.
Okay, so Muzz is just getting a Pro Bowl replacement idea.
Go on then. What's the pro? Go on then.
The bottom 4 play a semi-final in wildcard week, and the 2 winners face, and the winners get number 1 pick, and the 2 losers face off, and the loser forfeits a draft pick.
Wow. Which draft pick would they lose? Is it round 1 or is it round 7? Or is it a compulsory pick? That's interesting.
And look at what John's just said. He's very confident. You believe in Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels will be back in Foxborough in 2 years, mate. So we'll be with Josh McDaniels. Third round, so it's not too bad. Yeah, that makes change. Yeah, I quite like that one.
But what would happen to that third round pick? Would it go to the team that wins the little competition, or what?
Yeah. What do you think? You said you in the pre-show what you thought about it. I don't like this 4 and 15 for his onside kick replacement.
The thing is, onside kicks have become so hard right now. So I understand why they need to make a change, but I think it should be. I think it should be longer.
I think it should be. Yeah, it makes it like a Hail Mary type thing.
Maybe 4th and 20.
Yeah. The thing is, though, they tried it last night. They went 0-8. Okay, yes,
It's the Pro Bowl.
It's the Pro Bowl. You're not playing with your normal teammates. You're not playing with your normal offensive coordinator who dials things up.
So, Muzz just said this.
And
Muzz likes the idea.
What's that? Raiders win the Super Bowl in 2 years?
No. The 4th and 15.
Well, imagine LA Rams having that in a couple of years. They won't know what to do with it. It is. Yeah, I think
I think 15's a bit too easy. I do think 15's a bit too short.
I don't think it is. Because it's normally 10, and normally if it's less than a couple of yards, they will go for it. But if it's more than 3 or 4, they won't.
Yeah, Kelly.
Not great for the punters, yeah.
And as John just said,
we're too good at losing easy games.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree that I think that that will impact punters.
It will impact punters, especially when PJ Cole's just had a massive one. Punters will come pretty much redundant, and they'll have
I don't think they'll become redundant because
as the holder.
People won't go for 4th and 15 in real life. They'll just do it on the onside kick.
Yeah, I mean, you could make there wasn't any 4th down yesterday or 4th down punt yesterday. PJ Cole had none. The only thing he'd do, the only reason he got his knees dirty was doing the place kick holds. And he said he had to rub his knees into the dirt to make it look like he'd actually did something.
He did the kickoffs too, didn't he? Or was that?
No, they didn't do kickoffs. They chose their places, didn't they? Hence, Mac Jones had the 95 touchdown drive. 95 touchdown drive for the Hunter Renfro TD. There was some rules. There was an overtime rule added in as well, which I didn't understand the rules of it either. That was, I know they used the Pro Bowl.
Just look at what Muzz said.
As a Steelers fan who tried the Lions, I feel your pain.
Yeah, well, I'm still sure that in the Steelers Lions game, neither team wanted to win. I'm still sure of that.
Yeah, it wasn't a case of neither team wanted to lose, neither team wanted to win. It felt like that pain.
So you say I didn't really understand the overtime rules either.
No, it was. I've got to get it up now.
I'm just glad it didn't go to overtime because I'm pretty sure not even the ref understood it.
Do the refs ever understand anything anyway? Although
You'd
the one
hope
ref,
so.
Yeah. So there's a couple of refs hanged up their cleats hanged up their whistles yesterday as well.
Yes. They've all had great careers.
Tony, can't remember his surname, for 27 years in the Super Bowl, or 27 years in the NFL. I think he did the Super Bowl twice. Which is it's always a shame. It's nice to see people have a long, successful career and hang their teams as they wanted to.
He'll be on NBC or CBS next year.
What, doing a Gene
Cereto or Mike Pereira job?
Yeah, I like that.
Good luck with that, John.
You'll be ready for the Steelers for the AFC Championship. What year are we talking about?
Next year.
I can't see that happening. Early prediction, then, guy. Early prediction. I'd be next year.
I'd be willing to say that neither the Raiders or the Steelers will make the playoffs next year. Early prediction, I'm going to go with this team to win the Super Bowl.
No, you would bring that out, wouldn't you?
Well, you wanted to put a lighter to it. Muzz seems to be down for that too.
What?
But I'm going to say the Bills versus the Cardinals.
I was going to say...
Muzz, do you want to bet on that?
I reckon Chiefs... Oh, I'm trying to think who's in the NFC now. Chiefs...
These people are.
Yeah, it won't be you.
Just while I'm doing this. Okay, Muzz. I will take that.
Wager for 10. Oh, Steelers make the playoff.
I will take that bet.
I saw something say that the Steelers would take Howell as QB, and he'll win the QB. So I saw something like that today.
Muzz, I'll take that bet now. £10 to a charity if the Steelers make the playoffs.
Oh, I can't see the Steelers making the playoffs either, to be fair.
Are you jumping on that too?
I'll jump on that. I'm up for that. I'm up for a tenner for a charity. No problem. The charity to the loser's choice. You up for that one? Depends if Karen stays at Green Bay. If he goes, I fancy Green Bay to Super Bowl.
I think that, as much as you guys hate Karen or Aaron, I think they have more chance of making the playoffs if he stays.
Oh yeah, all day long.
Well, that's not what this says.
Depends if Karen stays, I fancy. Yeah. I reckon if Green Bay stay, if he stays at Green Bay, he'll get that.
If he goes, I fancy Green Bay to the Super Bowl.
Okay, I misread that the wrong way around then. I can't see Jordan Love being there or thereabouts, or being there yet. Although it is interesting that they've hired a new a special teams coordinator now. Your former head coach, John, or interim head coach, not
Rich
full-time one.
Bisaccia.
Yeah,
has gone to the Packers, hasn't he?
Yes, definitely is. There isn't a lot to talk about this week. I mean,
no, I was just thinking that. I was thinking without an actual proper game, there's not that much to talk about.
Just kidding. So we're back. We will be back on Thursday,
I believe, with Tom. Hopefully with Tom.
Possibly with Tom. So we'll be back on Thursday at 8:30 as per usual with more Super Bowl roundup news, more news coming from the NFL. If there is anything, it'll be mainly Super Bowl stuff, and then we will be back.
Maybe the Saints will have had their head coach by Thursday.
Maybe, yeah. Hopefully, an NFL player won't be arrested.
Maybe we'll have a bit more news on this Alvin Kamara stuff by then.
Hopefully, yeah, because no one seems to know. All it came out of the blue this morning. Well, when I woke up this morning.
Because I had a quick Google, and I know if it's a misdemeanor, it can be up to a year in prison or up to $1,000 fine. But if it becomes a felony, it can be up to 4 years in prison.
So if that's the case, then Deshaun Watson could spend 23 years in jail.
Yeah. So I heard Rodgers. So I believe what the thing with Rodgers is, he's just bought some land in Tennessee.
Yes, Kelly. There will be another draft prospect. We were talking about that. Thibodeau. something like that.
The defensive end from Oregon, who's
Yeah.
second favorite to go from number 1 overall,
Yeah.
and we'll learn how to pronounce his name by Thursday.
Most definitely.
So yes, Rodgers has bought some land in Tennessee, so people now think he might go to the Titans.
I still think he'll end up at Denver. Personally.
Titans versus Green Bay Super Bowl could happen. Should we talk about?
Titans have said today, their GM has said the last couple of days, that they are sticking with Tannehill.
Yeah. Should we talk about that tweet I saw that I put in the chat just before the end? Just before we started. Sorry, not the end.
Go on then. I must have seen that one.
The New York Giants are expected to try and trade Saquon Barkley and James Bradbury, according to CBS Sports.
Well, at least it didn't come from Schiffer.
Brady's retired.
3 days later, he's actually has retired. I think Barkley's a bit harsh.
Barkley's like McCaffrey.
Well, he had a nasty ACL, which is going to take time, and his legs did come back stronger. I mean, we all saw the size of his legs; they were like bloody.
Yeah, but if we look at the two people that have come back from ACL tears this season, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrows, Nick Bosa.
Hey, Nick Bosa gets a second mention tonight.
I mean, which one of those three has not really come back from that?
Which one of those three has a bad team? To be fair, the Giants are shocking. They've got a worse O-line than bloody Cincinnati, and that's saying something.
But Joe Burrows has elevated Cincinnati. Without Joe Burrows, they would not be a good team.
Joe Burrows, Zach Taylor, Jamar Chase, and their GM has improved that offense. Their first 2-round picks for the last 3 years have included Jamar Chase, Joe Burrows, Luke Wilson, and the O-line guy, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
The good O-line guy.
Yeah, the good O-line guy.
The one that would not be replaced with a turnstile and be as effective.
No. I mean, Aaron Donald's going to have a field day with that. Him and Von Miller, that's going to be awesome to watch.
And Floyd, don't forget Floyd.
Floyd, yeah.
I mean, a good bet would be one of them three to potentially get Super Bowl MVP.
I've actually put a bet on Aaron Donald to get MVP.
Super Bowl MVP.
Get Super Bowl MVP, yeah.
I've not done my Super Bowl bet yet.
That's the only bet I've put so far. I normally put quite a few bets on, like the colour of the Gatorade and...
Oh, I love that. I love those bets.
The coin toss and things like that, you know.
How long the national anthem will be.
What was it? Has anyone ever watched How You Met Your Mother? Barney Stinson. They all have to go to the funeral, so they miss the Super Bowl. Barney Stinson. I lost every single bet. I even lost coin toss. How long the colour of the Gatorade is going to be? It's like, yeah, that's going to be me on Monday the 14th.
Don't forget, we've got a podcast to do that day.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, we'll see about that one, because obviously being Valentine's Day, and two of us are in relationships.
Okay, so I'm doing the podcast on my own on the 14th, am I?
Possibly.
Ollie Hope's Lonely Hearts Club podcast.
Ollie Hope's Dating Associations. Which one should I do? Swipe left or right?
Yeah, I just do an 100 Tinder prospects. Podcast listeners choose my Tinder dates.
Oh, don't. That's something to do for the off season.
What NFL Tinder? Okay, score predictions. As I said to Matt, was it Matt earlier? You're gonna have to watch our Sunday podcast to get that.
Oh, Muzz, you're a ledge. And Kelly's just allowed me.
Right. Can somebody screen grab that, please? So somebody remember that.
Which one? That one or that one? Or
that
both?
One. The Kelly's, but she's put Ollie me rather than your spelling of Ollie, so I'm not quite sure what she's trying to say.
Oh, I'm hurt. Spelled my name wrong. If Kelly's are coming on the podcast, then Happy Valentine's. Come on the podcast.
let's get Tom and Leona on too.
Brave. Brave. Mr. Hope.
Just before we go, I'd like to say a big happy birthday to my friend Jack, a big Vikings fan that I went to the game with. If you're watching, happy birthday.
You mean there's more than one in this country?
I know, crazy, isn't it?
Oh my god.
I mean, somebody has to be a Vikings fan, don't they?
Yeah, that's true. There's... Oh, that's brutal.
I think Muzz enjoyed that one too.
Awesome.
We've got a third Vikings fan in the UK.
Wow. See, my dad has a Vikings hat, but he's also got a Falcons hat and he's also got a Jags hat. So I don't get.
Which team does your dad support?
He used to be a Vikings fan back in the days, and then he went to Falcons, and I think he's kind of a Jags fan now because they're over here more often than not.
I just coerced all my family. They're all 49ers fans. Actually, my sister will kill me. She was the first 49ers fan of the family.
Well, my youngest has now changed his allegiance from Panthers to Raiders.
I thought he was a Pirates fan.
No, he went Panthers earlier. A few weeks ago, it was Panthers, and now it's gone to Raiders. So it's kind of a pirate. They look like a pirate.
Yeah.
And obviously Noah's a Chiefs fan.
Has he got over the result yet?
I think so. Hopefully they've gone to sleep down now. They did. I don't know if you saw. I turned around to tell them off.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that. John has welcomed Finn.
Right. I think we've done enough fanning for the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a slow week.
Has it been a slow?
Without proper games to actually round up, there's not that much to talk about, really.
No, I mean the combine is only 3 weeks after the draft. So
yeah,
that's going to be a good couple of shows, that one. So I think we'll have our mock draft pre-combine, probably the week before, and then we'll have our mock draft 2.0 week of the draft.
Probably. To be fair, I'm looking forward to some of the fun things we've got planned in the off season.
Oh yes, you have to remind me off air.
Yeah, I'm not going to announce our plans yet on air, but
you'll have to remind me off air because I know we've got the mock draft and we know we've got our few other bits and pieces. Apparently, Tom's got us a surprise.
Oh no, that's for the Super Bowl show. As I said,
answer on the postcard what you think this surprise is, because we would love to know as well.
The surprise may actually be that he's there.
Remember, he's watching. Mr. Hope, I hope you have a good week and
see you on Thursday.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay safe.